Hi everyone, today we're doing my stock market portfolio review for March. Now this is where I go through my stock market portfolio. I talk about how all my individual positions have done. I then compare it to the S&P 500 and then I see if I beat the S&P 500 for that month. Previously on the last few videos I have actually just been slightly behind the S&P 500, so we'll see if we've caught it up or we've overtaken it. We'll see what happens, but I like doing these videos because it's good for me to see what positions have done really well. Is there any ones that I'm considering selling? And I also like to be transparent on this channel and show you guys my portfolio. There's a lot of YouTubers on here, on the internet right now, that do a lot of stock market videos and act like they're absolutely amazing, and they actually don't show anything of how they've done or their positions or their portfolios. They're not very transparent, and then they go and sell a lot of these courses, and I think it's quite unfair that they're selling all these courses and they're not revealing any of the portfolio. They're not showing how they're doing in the stock market. They're not showing the gains that they had on the stock market. So I think it's a little bit of a delicate area that they're kind of crossing right there. And yeah, I think they've got to be kind of careful what they're doing. But on this channel, I try and be transparent. I try and show you what I'm doing as much as I can for absolutely free, and hopefully it helps you guys. And that's kind of my aim. So we're going to have a look at my portfolio right now and see how I did in the month of March. So one thing to be careful of, guys, right here is that I actually, the averages aren't exactly completely true, because I do, to make it easy for myself, I just do every position as if it was the same size. But realistically, there is positions that are bigger than other ones in here. So take Microsoft for example. That's by far my biggest position in the stock market, and so really that average gain would be bigger than, say, Walgreens, but just to make it easy, I just put them all down as kind of like an average. So the kind of average you see isn't exactly true, but like I said, they're all stocks that I'd recommend to buy at that time. So if you were to get an equal position in all of them, then this would be the gain you would have from them. So we're going to have a look into all of them now. So first of all, in the so we've got January on the, which we've done before on this channel. We've got February, which we've done on this channel. So the next one is March, and we see here JD.com actually did a 2.37% on March. Microsoft did a 3.91%. Apple had an absolutely amazing month, 7.86%. J&J kind of did nothing, 0.38%. Visa was pretty decent at 3.48%. Constellation Brands did 0.33%. Facebook, which is kind of a new position, that was entered last month, that was down 2.71%. Walgreens, which was a new position, did 0.99%. And CBR, which is a real estate company that I talked about on the channel before, that's down 2.78% so far since I entered in that month. And that gave me a 1.54% gain in March, which isn't too bad. Obviously, ideally, I like to get it into the 2-3% every month, but not too bad. Comparing that to the S&P 500, so guys, these figures are always taken between the 28th and the 28th of the next month. So that gave me a 1.54% average return. The S&P did a 0.37%. So on March, we actually beat the S&P by about 1.2%, which is pretty good. And hopefully every year we try and hopefully return about 20% year to date. Now in March so far we're up 12.63%, which is pretty decent going. The S&P has actually had a really good start so far this year, and that's up 12.2%. So at the moment, guys, we're looking there. I have now caught back up with the S&P 500, and I have overtook it by 0.4%. So it's still pretty close. Like I say, by the end of the year, I will hopefully be a bit clear of that S&P 500. But at the moment, yeah, it is pretty close. But this is the first month this year that I've actually overtaken the S&P 500 on year-to-date return, so that's pretty good going, so I'm happy with that. So overall, guys, I am not planning to sell any positions right now. The one that's closest probably to being sold is probably Apple, but I'd probably leave that a little bit longer, to be honest with you. If I were going to sell Apple, it would be probably towards the end of the year. So Apple is probably the one that is closest to selling, and then probably JD. Probably sell them two maybe towards the end of the year. But those are the two stocks that I'm close to selling right now, guys. Positions wise, adding in wise, I'm considering maybe Boeing. I'd like to add into the Visa and Microsoft position, but we'll see. But that's it for today, guys. Talking about my stock market portfolio for my return for March. I hope it was transparent. I hope it helped you, and maybe some ideas that you want to add into your portfolio into April. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your support recently. 200 subscribers is absolutely amazing. I've been wanting to get there for a good time. So now we got there. That's absolutely amazing. So thank you for that, and I'll see you in the next video.